My name is Brooke Wheeler, and I am doing my speech over why the drinking age should be lowered to 18 instead of 21. Here are my slides, my PowerPoint slides. Okay. There are many reasons why the drinking age should be lowered to 18. Many discussions and arguments have been made regarding this controversial topic. However, there will always be opinions over topics concerning the law because everyone holds their own opinions. In the end, the debate over the appropriate drinking age will continue to linger regardless of it changing or remaining the same. I believe that the drinking age should be lowered to 18 as opposed to 21 because there are so many reasons why I believe this change should be made, starting with the fact that teenagers will always find a way to obtain and drink alcohol, whether it be through friends, families, or fake IDs. They will always be able to sneak around the law in hopes that they won't get caught. Fake IDs are a very common tool used to obtain alcohol illegally. With today's widespread use of photo editing and printing, making fake IDs are easier than it's ever been. However, possessing a fake ID is considered a crime. If being caught with a fake ID, punishments can be taken, such as facing additional charges and penalties for these crimes. This is where it gets tricky though. In some bars, you'll see bouncers letting it slide, accepting the fake IDs for the sake of their businesses and making money. But in other bars, they will not risk getting caught letting minors drink in their establishment. To them, it isn't worth legal issues. If drinking age was lowered to 18, less teens would be sneaking around and getting in trouble with the law, as well as with their parents. At 18, you are allowed to get into most bars. Although you are not allowed to drink, you are allowed to come in and have a good time. If 18-year-olds can enter a bar and be around others that are drinking, I believe this makes them responsible enough to have a drink. 18-year-olds are off to college, so most live on their own, away from their parents anyways. They have taken on new responsibilities, they have already learned right from wrong. At this point, their morals, their goals, and their opinions should be set for their college years. That is, until they reach the next stage in their lives and have a set of beliefs and opinions regarding certain things. And let's be real, during these college years, students are going to attend parties and gatherings, and where there is a party, there is always alcohol. Authorities will attempt to control the drinking and prevent it from happening. However, there's always a way around it. The point is, the law tries so hard to prevent minors from obtaining alcohol, but no matter what, it will always exist and occur. In addition to getting into bars, I believe that 18 is an appropriate age to drink because if a person is able to enlist in the military and risk their lives fighting for our country, they should be able to fight and be responsible enough to have a beer. 18-year-olds are given a lot of responsibility, like fighting for their country, voting in elections, and other important responsibilities that go along with that age. With that said, if they're trusted that much, given that much responsibility, they should have the responsibility to consume alcohol. The United States suggests that at 18, you are always considered an adult. And you are given responsibilities that adults contain as well. But not until you're 21 are you able to receive the title of being an adult. In order to remain consistent, there should be clarity over what it means to be an adult in the United States. There are many different beliefs regarding the drinking age. However, most people know that when it comes to parenting, telling a child no, keeping them away from sources of danger, preventing them from making bad decisions, and being too strict will always have the opposite effect. The way a person is raised will ultimately affect and lead to every decision made in their life, whether it be a good decision or a bad one. Their choice results from how their parents choose to raise them. This contributes to alcohol because everyone under the age of 18 knows alcohol is not allowed. However, their curiosity is what leads them to drinking regardless. If the drinking age was lowered to 18, there would be less curiosity because no one is telling them no and holding them back. Just like in all areas of life, people want what they can't have, especially when they're told no over and over again, ultimately motivating themselves to even obtain it and want it more. This is why when people reach the age of 21, they go wild and crazy, ultimately drinking more when they're able to turn 21 and when they're able to get a hold of it. This creates even more dangers because they feel free and eventually abuse this right. If the drinking age was lowered to 18, I do not believe there should be any laws consuming different types of alcohol. because this goes back to the curiosity of being told you can't have something but attaining it anyway. When discussing alcohol and the differences between certain types, some might believe beer and wine are separate from hard liquor. In my opinion, beer and wine still fall under the same category of alcohol. Therefore, I do not believe there's any substantial difference between beer and wine and hard liquor. Of course, one needs to be more responsible and observant when drinking hard liquor because it's stronger than one glass of wine or having one beer. But in the end, it will all have the same effect on you. In the end, there's a huge difference between drinking and getting drunk. Some people like to drink to get drunk, and some people like to drink socially and enjoy their time with their friends and their family and not get out of control. Many people abuse this and abuse alcohol in many ways because they simply want to feel the effects as opposed to pacing themselves and having a good time sipping on their drinks. Teenagers rebel because they do not like being told no. There is give and take to this, meaning certain things should have a little more leeway than other things, leading to less rebellious acts and trying to get what they are told they can't have. When turning 18, a lot of responsibility is handed to you. However, they are all given this responsibility, but they are told that they still aren't responsible enough to have alcohol. The feeling of earning such serious responsibility, and yet the responsibility to drink hasn't been reached, only produces more rebellion, which ultimately leads to more problems and controversy arising. Although these debates will continue to endure, steps to change this law can be taken to get other opinions out in the open and hopefully persuade federal representatives to lower the drinking age to 18. At large schools and campuses, you can create petitions and have them signed by all who agree on the topic being petitioned. Once gaining the support of your fellow students, the petition can be taken to a higher level and maybe even reach the student's president, the school's president. Once reaching higher authority, more contacts can be made, potentially reaching federal legislation. This is considered lobbying, something that anyone can do to work hard for what they believe in. In order to change the law regarding the drinking age, it is an individual's job to do something about it and to make it happen. Overall, I believe the drinking age should be 18 as opposed to 21. In my opinion, 18 is a fair age to get rewarded with the ability to consume alcohol, especially after gaining responsibilities such as enlisting in the military, going to college, living on your own, and voting in major elections. Unfortunately, the different opinions held by individuals will continue to prevent this major legal change from occurring. In the end, the debate over the appropriate drinking age will continue to linger, regardless of it changing or remaining the same.